Oh yeah, check that out. Bam. Heating up some mac and cheese. Yeah, I bought a little mess kit. That's another luxury item that you wouldn't be able to carry without a bike. but uh, but yeah, the other thing I was gonna say was last year in fact for the last 2 years I spent normally I go back to Arizona every winter, right? And but last year I didn't even leave. I stayed in Arizona all year, which, well, I wish I didn't though. I wish I didn't do that because I ended up a bunch of stuff was going on there and a bunch of stuff happened, and it was just staying there wasn't really a good option. I hated it there. I didn't like it there. Some of the locals were really cool. Some of the locals were really cool. Like the guy I met that stayed at the um, I met some really cool people while I was there, but also there was some people that were just stirring up shit and causing problems the whole time, and there's some really shitty people there. Um, but nonetheless, I spent like a couple. We got a piece of property out there, and there's a camper on it, and but I bought like solar panels. I started buying just things to like tools, and I got some 55-gallon water barrels, and so some water pumps, and I bought another bike. I got another bicycle motor out there. I just got a bunch of, I was kind of gearing up towards staying there and living there full time, but after being there for a year, I kind of realized like this just ain't gonna work for me, and I didn't like being there. It wasn't. I'm like, no, I didn't like it at all. The longer I was there, the less I liked being there, and I don't care if I never go back there again. I don't even want to. I don't want to, that but yeah, that kind of I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have never, because that sucks, because like for the last year and a half I was kind of gearing up toward like the solar panels, the 12-volt battery, the inverter, a bunch of stuff that I bought, the the mattress, there's a bunch of things that I bought to stay there, to make being there more comfortable, and I wish I didn't do any of that. I bought like yard tools. And it was all really, and then to know that after the fact, when it's all said and done, I wasn't going to be able to stay there anyways. Like it was just a total waste of money. It was just a total waste of money. So I hadn't have thrown all that money away. Like just the solar kit was like $350. Cause it's off grid, it's like way out in a pretty rural area. It's kind of like the middle of nowhere out there. But oh yeah, look at that. So, but the one thing I really like about living this way is I got $150 bike with $150 or $130 motor kit, a tent, a trailer, a couple other little things, some panniers, some racks. The nice thing about it is like let's say it all cost $800 or $1,500 or $1,200, whatever. I don't know how much, whatever. But the nice thing is like if that's all you can carry, it puts a cap on your possessions. It puts a cap if you lost every single thing you had, or if something totally crazy happened, and there's a cap on you can't spend more than $1,000 on it. If you can replace everything you use every day for $1,000, then you're not gonna lose a lot of money, or if you're not going to lose 3,000, or you're not going to lose 5,000. You're not if something crazy happens. Like that motorcycle. I had that one motorcycle. I paid $1,800 for it. $1,800. And the problem was people were vandalizing it. People put they I know for sure they put sand in the motor a couple times. They I'm pretty sure they put sawdust in the radiator. They were people were screwing with it and breaking stuff, and that's why. And so because of that, it only ran for 6 months, and then it overheated. The water pump started leaking, but the piston broke, and it needed the and the front cylinder needed to be rebuilt, which I actually rebuilt, and it's still sitting there. The only thing it needs is a water pump. That's the only thing that bike should need, as long as nobody messed with it. But I bet if I went back there and put a water pump on it, they'd probably short out the computer. And if I replaced that, they would short out the relay. And if I replaced that, they would screw up this. And if I fix this, they would break those. And if I fix those, they would break that. You know what I mean? It never ends. It never freaking ends. And so I don't want to run around in circles like that. At least with this setup. That's why I love this setup. There's a lot. I bought this specific bike specifically because it's a cruiser. It's got sturdy front forks if you're going fast on it with a motor, and it's a 7-speed. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly why I bought it. I bought it specifically to do exactly what I'm doing. You can put it in first gear to start your bike and get warmed up in the morning. You can up the gear if you're just trying to help it up a hill. Put it in 5th gear or 6th gear or 7th gear. And the motor, if you lose compression, if the thing falls apart, if it seizes up, whatever, it's not that hard to fix. And it only costs $130. You can buy a whole new kit. So that's what if the motorcycle breaks down, you better have some money in your pocket, because you're gonna need, like, if the motor breaks down on your motorcycle, and let's say you throw a rod, or let's say something catastrophic happens, you got to get off you got to get towed off the highway, get to somewhere safe, and then on top of that, you need to be able to order a whole new motor off eBay, and so that you can swap it out and get it fixed. But that's a new motor, depending on what kind of bike it is, it can be anywhere from $700 to $1,500 for a used one on eBay. And I've had too many breakdowns. I've had way too many breakdowns to even want to take the chance. So I really like the setup I've got. So yeah, that's what's up. I'm fixing to grub out. See ya.